just relax. You just chill out. You got lots of time.
You know what's a great antidote for all this Juraj Slafkovsky talk right now? This. Martin St. Louis, head coach of the Montreal Canadiens, and Juraj Slafkovsky at this morning's morning skate ahead of the game against the St. Louis Blues, and everything looks fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine according to this little picture here with head coach Martin St. Louis and first overall pick Juraj Slafkovsky. Now, of course, all the conversation lately is around Slav, and really, frankly, it's the impatience around Slav. When Jeff Gorton clearly said before the season started, please be patient with us. Please continue to be patient with us. This includes players like Juraj Slafkovsky. Now, it's easy to look at Logan Cooley's production right now, right here out of the gate in the first 10 games of the 23-24 season and say, you know what? Habs got it wrong. That's sincerely short-sighted for me. And I'll tell you why. What I'll tell you is this, actually. Right now, Logan Cooley is the better player. Logan Cooley on paper, according to the numbers with goals and assists, is the better player than Juraj Slafkovsky, right? That's pretty clear by production numbers alone. Logan Cooley is 5'10", 175 pounds. He's listed out on IMDb. Did I get that right? Whatever. Close enough. 5'10", 180-ish pounds. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Juraj Slafkovsky is 6'3", 230 pounds. These players, just by their stature alone, and in terms of their physicality, are polar opposites almost. They're very, very different players. If you watched the game the other night like I did, and I did not get a chance to do a post-game video on the Coyotes Habs game, it was a frustrating game for me. I don't know, as a Habs fan. I just overall just didn't have a good feeling in my stomach. And watching Logan Cooley, he looked really good when he had the puck. He looked good when he had the puck. When he didn't have the puck, I barely noticed him. That being said, he did look good. He did look dynamic. He did look creative. He got that nice assist in this game, in the game, the last game against the Habs. And you know what? He looks more ready than Slafkovsky right now. He's got the skating. He's got the speed. He's got the tempo. He's got what looks to be a guy who's ready right now for the NHL. So with Slafkovsky only having played 39 games last year in the NHL before the knee injury, and now this year playing just under 10 games. At the 10-game mark or so, he's got 1 assist in those games. So it's a good thing that Jeff Gorton and Kent Hughes have vision, because right now, some Canadiens fans, maybe you're among them, have very short-sighted vision for Slafkovsky and his development. You heard Tony Marinaro talking with Eric Engels on the Sick podcast earlier this week about Mikko Rantanen on the Colorado Avalanche and how it took him 4 years to become the player that we see today. He's outstanding. He's a solid forward. And Slafkovsky was told to watch him in order to learn from him and see if he could model some of, his habits and his play. This is a long-term plan, you guys. Juraj Slafkovsky could not possibly be, to me, further away from being a complete player at this point. What I will tell you, despite the lack of results, is that there is a lot of learning going on. There's a lot of learning. Oh, well, we want the results now. We want them now. He's the number one first overall pick. We want the results now. We know the circumstances which led him to us. Would he have gone first overall in a different year? Maybe not. Definitely not in last year's draft class, right? You wouldn't have. There's no chance. There's no chance in the 23 draft class anyway. So when it comes to Slafkovsky, the body of work for me that I'm seeing right now is some decent puck touches, a lot better than last year in the first set of games here. He's getting more time on the power play, on the bumper spot, not necessarily a spot where you shoot a whole lot. But what I am seeing, he's getting chances. He's getting opportunities. He's playing with Josh Anderson and Alex Newhook, and that could change tonight because Christian Dvorak, bam, is reinserted back into the lineup. And by that I mean inserted in because he hasn't played a game yet this year. He's a centerman, and this could really help this situation, maybe to put Slav with players to give him more success, potentially. But that's not the goal. The goal is not immediate success, goals and assists just to appease the fan base because we're impatient. Tell the truth. You're impatient with Slafkovsky. We all are. We want him to be great now. Like, who wouldn't? He's the first overall pick, right? Speaking of right, Shane Wright, 6 points in 6 games in the AHL. Hats off to him. Great. Good for him. Logan Cooley looks more ready than Slafkovsky right now. Will he be the better player in 3, 4, 5 years from now? That's the question you need to ask. Because right now, the results aren't there. And at some point, they may send Slav to Laval at the right time when it makes sense, when he's picked up and learned what they've wanted him to. Until that point, should he make it there, I see, and I think a lot of us do, that it would benefit at least his production and his confidence maybe. But right now, he's got to learn the pace of the NHL game. He doesn't look like he's up to speed. He doesn't look like he's up to speed. I met the dude, last weekend? This isn't just trying to pump his tires because I had a nice interaction with Juraj Slafkovsky. I don't care about that. I was very grateful, and I love the kid. He's a nice kid. He's a kid. He's a kid. He's 19 years old. He's going to be 20 years old on March 30th, 2024. 20. This guy's got a big frame on him. He's got skill, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and you know what? You're not going to like it. Tough. None of us enjoy the waiting process. No one enjoys the time where you're not getting what you want. Tough noogies, man. We live in an instant gratification world. Now. I want the result now. I want the notification on my phone now. I want you to like my content now. I want the subscribers now. I want the goals and assists now. That's the world we live in. We want it yesterday, and we can't have it. And guess what? We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it for years, most likely, with Juraj Slafkovsky. But that's where Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton will be put to the test when the time comes in a few years from now, at least a few years from now, whether or not Slafkovsky is on the right path to becoming the best player in the 2022 NHL entry draft or darn close to it. Because the Canadiens have the foresight to see what he's going to become much further down the road than we would care to wait for right now. So for those of you that are willing to wait, hats off to you. Cheers. We're on the same page. If you're not, and you're just going to fill the comments with why you think he's a bust, I don't care. Go ahead and fill the comments if you want to. Say what you want to say. I'm going to read them, ignore them, and move on. And that's not because I don't care about your comments or I don't appreciate you watching. That's not it. It's just we need to relax and we need to chill out. We've got lots of time, like Carrie said. We need to relax and chill out. This is a slow burn. It's going to be a slow burn. Get used to it. Save yourself the trouble of going through more tough times as a Montreal Canadiens fan. This franchise is awesome. This team is great. We love them. Without patience, we're going to fail. You're going to put yourself through turmoil as a fan that you don't need to. Don't waste your time and energy. In 3, 4, 5 years from now, if Slafkovsky's not on the path that the Canadiens expected him to be on, then you criticize. You can criticize now all you want. Go ahead. Just, if you like to be negative, you be negative, or you want to vent, let it go. You want to unsubscribe to me? I don't care. Whatever it is. You want to shut me up? I want to say my opinion, and you can tell me I'm wrong. I'm not going to tell you guys you're wrong. You can have your opinion. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I think you get the drift. You get the drift. Thank you guys for watching. The Montreal Canadiens will play the St. Louis Blues. I am leaving on a short trip tomorrow, so I may not get to a reaction on that game. I just might not get to sneak one in, but welcome back, Christian Dvorak. I hope he can contribute. Michael Pezzetta is back in the lineup as well. And I hope that the Habs can put on a good performance. We know Slafkovsky scored against the Blues last year on the power play. That was a fun goal to watch. I saw that live at work, and I might do the same again tonight at work. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Stay patient. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. It's going to be worth it in the long run. Let's hope. Okay? Cheers. Thanks, guys.